Hello and welcome to Into Viet Nam on VITV. According to a report by market researcher Fitch Solutions, Vietnam ranked 5th out of 35 Asian markets in terms of economic openness. Fitch Solutions' recent Vietnam Trade and Investment Risk report gave the Vietnam economy a score of 74.6 out of 100, higher than the Asia average of 46 and global average of 49.5. According to Fitch, Vietnam is emerging as a key manufacturing hub in the East and Southeast Asia region, supported by government-led economic liberalization efforts and integration into global supply chains through trade agreements and membership to regional and international blocs. In Asia, Vietnam was outperformed by Singapore, Hong Kong, Macau, and Malaysia. Globally, it's ranked 20th out of 201 markets. Fitch economic openness is generated for two main indicators: trade and investment openness. Vietnam scored 89.2 in terms of trade openness, ranking second in the region and fifth globally, thanks to its attractiveness as a destination for businesses looking elsewhere from China. Vietnam imports of raw materials for processing animal feed in the first 7 months of this year surged to $3.1 billion as domestic supply only met about 1/3 of local demand. The Department of Livestock Production of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development said that the animal feed industry had to spend nearly $2.7 billion to import corn and soybeans in the first 7 months because these two domestic production had met about 37% of the demand from the animal feed industry. Besides, the nation also spent more than $400 million to import other raw materials, including oilseed meal, wheat, fish meal, bone meal, animal protein, and a mixture of trace elements. According to the department, of the COVID-19 pandemic had disrupted the global supply chain, including the supply chain of animal feed material. The decrease in supply and higher transportation costs have made the cost of raw materials and finished products higher. Please keep watching the news clutters. According to the Vietnam Maritime Administration, cargo throughput via seaports across the country hit 62.9 million tons in July this year, up 2% year-on-year. Container throughput increased by 1% to 2.2 million TEUs during the period. Notably, the volume of imports and exports tend to increase, but domestic container goods had decreased slightly. Vietnamese pangasius exports to the United States and China witnessed robust growth during the opening 7 months of the year. In particular, the country raked in $451 million from pangasius exports to the Chinese market, doubling that of last year's figure and duly accounting for 28% of the nation's total export value. Furthermore, pangasius export to the U.S. are 92% higher compared to the same periods from last year, thereby making up 24% of total pangasius exports. According to a report by the Ministry of Industry and Trade, Vietnam export revenue in 2022 is expected to reach about $368 billion. The number will surpass the target set by both the government and the ministry at around 8%. Meanwhile, import value is estimated at $367 billion in the year, resulting in a trade surplus of some $1 billion, falling the set target. Welcome back to Into Viet Nam on VITV. Thanh Hóa to start work on 3 IPs in 2025. E-commerce training course held for farmers in Hưng Yên. Phú Thọ works to lure U.S. investors. That's Into Viet Nam on VITV. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you next time.